Just a few. Okay.
Okay, good evening and welcome to the September 28th meeting of the Hyde Park Town Board. Please join me as we salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tired.
Okay. Supervisor Rohr apologizes that she couldn't be here tonight. She's actually at the County Shared Services Forum, which is happening right now in Poughkeepsie, and she's there talking with other municipal representatives and looking for ways that we can share services. So it's a good place for her to be. So before we get into the agenda tonight, we need to pull two resolutions that are on here that we don't actually have ready. There was still some vetting that needs to be done on those two. So can I have a motion to remove resolutions 2 and 3 from the agenda?
So moved.
In a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And next up is, would someone like to make a motion to accept the minutes from the last meeting?
Motion?
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And next up, we have 2 public hearings. So Clerk, would you please read the notice?
Please take notice that the Town Board of the Town of Hyde Park shall conduct a public hearing on the adoption of a proposed local law entitled Override of the Tax Levy Limit for Fiscal Year 2016 pursuant to General Municipal Law 3C on September 28, 2015 at 7:05 p.m. at the Town of Hyde Park Town Hall located at 4383 Albany Post Road, Hyde Park, New York. A copy of said local law is available for inspection and review at the office of the town clerk during regular business hours or at the Town of Hyde Park website. Any person desiring to be heard on the adoption of said local law shall be provided with an opportunity to do so at the public hearing. By order of the Town Board of the Town of Hyde Park, dated September 21st, 2015, Hyde Park, New York, Donna McGrogan, Town Clerk.
So just to refresh everyone's memory on that, in order for a municipality to override the tax cap, you need to pass a local law each year if you may need to override it. And that's what we're in the process of doing as a precautionary measure, because we're really just at the beginning steps of getting the budget developed. But it may or may not need to exceed the 0.73% tax cap this year. So this local law would just allow us to have that option if we need it. So would anyone like to speak? Okay, so I guess we can have a motion to close that public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the next public hearing.
Please take notice that the Town Board of the Town of Hyde Park shall conduct a public hearing on the appropriation of up to $90,000 from the Snow Removal Reserve Fund to purchase road salt in preparation for the upcoming winter on September 28, 2015 at 7:10 p.m. at the Town of Hyde Park Town Hall located at 4383 Albany Post Road, Hyde Park, New York. Any person desiring to be heard on this subject shall be provided with an opportunity to do so at the public hearing. By order of the Town Board of the Town of Hyde Park, dated September 21st, 2015, Hyde Park, New York, Donna McGrogan, Town Clerk.
So what that one's about is basically we've been squirreling away money for the past few years when we had some available into the snow reserve fund. And this past winter obviously was a very expensive one for the town. But we're fortunate now to have that reserve fund to draw on. Otherwise, we'd have a problem at this point in the year because we need to get that salt shed filled back up for the coming winter. So this will allow us to do that. Anyone want to comment?
Great idea. I'm glad we did that.
All right, so I guess we need a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion?
In a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Next up, we have a few workshop items. The Harbour Hills update. Did you want to take care of that one, Hannah?
Sure. We don't have Warren here tonight, but this is prepared very laboriously
Yeah.
from his desk. So I'll just read this. This is we've talked about this on a number of occasions. closing out this old water district since we're transferring these other water districts to the DCWWA. And as we've mentioned previously, we have some leftover reserve funds, or I guess they're not reserved, they're just
remaining
funds.
funds, yeah.
That need to go back to the original properties that were part of that district. And this is a list of those properties has been prepared by Warren, and this is his statement. A list of the property owners who will be receiving shares of the funds remaining in the hands of the town from the former Harbour Hills Water District has been compiled and is available for inspection at the town clerk's office and will be posted on the town's website. The list includes properties which were part of the Harbour Hills Water District when DCWWA assumed control of the water supply system for the district on August 8, 2002. If a resident has any questions or feels that his or her property has been improperly omitted from the list, please send a written communication to the town clerk no later than October 21st of this year. This will be with Donna.
Great. So if anyone wants to see the list, they can come to the clerk's office and have a look.
Emily?
Put it on the web anymore?
Was that list sent to the owners, to homeowners? Is that notice?
You know, I asked that to Warren, and he said that the problem with sending it to all of the people on the list is that what we want to know is if there's anyone who isn't on the list. So we wouldn't be able to capture that by sending it to the people on the list.
Okay.
So he did send it to there were a few people that had come at different times to speak about this, and I think he sent it by email to those people to get their feedback because they seem to be sort of up to date on it. And this is sort of a last chance if anyone was missed. But they worked off of the actual DCWWA rolls, so it ought to be accurate. We just want to double check before we send all the money.
Right, good.
So,
Right.
good. Thanks, Hannah. The next workshop item is an update on the hazard mitigation plan. I'll just kind of briefly go over it again. We've talked about it before, but basically Dutchess County received a grant to create a hazard mitigation plan for the whole county, as well as for any municipalities that wanted to participate. And Hyde Park jumped on board. So the process we've been going through, the town engineer, Pete Sotero, and the zoning administrator, Tad Moss, and I have participated in a few workshops with FEMA and with the county emergency management folks. And the first steps were to sort of document damage that's occurred in the town in recent storms, and also critical facilities. They actually did a lot of mapping as far as schools, police stations, even like gas stations that might be needed in an emergency. They did a lot of mapping for us, which was great. And so the step we're at right now is taking the projects that might be helpful in mitigating future hazards and documenting them. And so we reached out to the fire departments, we reached out to the school district, and so what we're in the process of doing right now is filling out worksheets and documenting the projects that have been raised that could be helpful in mitigating future hazards. And by getting those all down on paper, we then will have that as part of the county hazard mitigation plan, and that will make us eligible for future grant funds. So that should be done within the next month or two. And I guess that's all I had to say about that, unless there are
Good.
questions. Good, all right. Oh, and Rich Perkins also participated in that. He had some input as well. So it's been a collaborative process. And then our last workshop item is discuss the need for a special meeting. Let's see, do we have the dates here? So the upcoming meeting dates, October 5th is our next scheduled meeting. The town clerk will be presenting the tentative budget to the town board. These are the budget-related things that we need to do in the next month or so in order to get our budget done on time. October 19th is another regularly scheduled meeting, and that will be a work session on the budget where the town board can discuss any changes we want to see. October 26th would be the meeting when we could adopt the preliminary budget and set the public hearing. and so on until the budget is adopted in mid-November. So I guess the question is whether board members feel that you'd like to add an additional workshop on the 13th to have more time to discuss the budget?
I spoke to Supervisor about that. I personally do not. I've been in contact with TC and the departments that, I have contact with regularly. And if I have any more questions, I can talk to TC or the supervisor. So I personally do not need an additional meeting.
Yeah, I don't either. I go along with Kenny. Talking with TC and the department heads I'm involved with. We don't need a special for me.
Okay. Hannah, your thoughts?
I understand the comments everyone has said about being able to be in contact with TC. It's just, I think it's a matter of, do we also want to ask those questions in an open forum?
Like with the department heads?
Yeah, so that the public can actually hear the answers.
Okay. So you feel that you would like to add the additional meeting?
I am fine either way. I just, I think it depends on how the budget shapes up.
Okay.
If there's additional discussions that need to happen.
Okay. So maybe we can decide at the October 5th meeting?
Did, Aileen didn't express an opinion about this. Did she leave a comment with you?
She did not.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I know I'm meeting with Walt next week to talk about the highway budget, and so there's, a number of offline meetings, but I see your point, too, about having public discussion. So, yeah, let's leave that to Aileen after she's heard our thoughts, and we'll decide at the next meeting. Does that
Sure.
sound good?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Next up, we do have 3 resolutions on tonight's agenda. We did pull resolutions 2 and 3, but if anyone would like to comment on the 3 remaining resolutions, now's your chance.
Joe?
It's a big crowd tonight. All right, so we'll move right along then.
Okay, is this one, okay, I guess it has to be. Proposed local law number 1, I guess, of the year 2015.
No,
Oh,
I don't think so.
local law,
We haven't numbered
we
it.
haven't got a
it's-
number on it.
Just release of the driveway bond, right?
Oh, I have the wrong one then.
I think those are
Sorry.
just for the public.
Sorry about
hearings.
that. Sorry. Resolution 925-1 of 2015, resolution authorizing return of the driveway bond for Victor Neshiwat.
Make a motion?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 928-4 of 2015, resolution approving private drive name for Norrie Park Estates subdivision.
Make a motion?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yeah, that project is coming along, so it's exciting
looks
that they're
great.
going to be, yeah,
Yeah, it looks great.
yeah.
Resolution 928-5 of 2015, resolution approving tax cert consent order and judgment and settlement of the matter of Hyde Park Mall versus the Town of Hyde Park, ETAL, Dutchess County Index number 2014-3239 and 2015-51160.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. Anyone have correspondence or new or old business?
I just want to congratulate the Hyde Park Recreation Department. They had a fabulous day for Hackett Day over there at Fall Fest. It was well attended. It was a beautiful day, so congratulations to Diane Cullen and the rest of the Rec Commission for all the work you guys done. So thank you. It was a great day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Donna, if we do need to add the October 13th meeting, I mean, we do have one public workshop scheduled, so I think it kind of depends on whether we can get the department heads all in at once or if we need 2. So if we do need to do the 13th, if we schedule it on the 5th, does that give you enough
That
time?
gives enough time.
Okay, great. Good. So I guess we should all keep that date available then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Motion
anything
to
else?
close? Oh, sorry.
No, please.
Motion to close?
Oh, second?
All in favor? Aye.
Too soft, I didn't hear.
So sorry.
Sorry, it's over already.
I bet you guys were coming for student government class.
It's a quick meeting tonight.
They got lucky.
You got lucky with the great and fast one. Come on up.
So let's see, do I leave any of this? You don't need this one back, do you? Yeah.
You can have the folder.
Hey, Joe.
When I read this, I read something different. Warren says it's
What's up, Joe?